Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new live stream. Just checking over on my monitor here to make sure we're live here. We are live. Everything is going beautiful. Okay, welcome on in to our first actual live stream over on Project Architect 2. And man, yeah, it has been a little bit since I've done a live stream. Oh goodness. Okay, what are we getting up to this live stream slash episode? Honestly, I want to do some cleanup. That's kind of the biggest portion because you guys can see that we have quite a few systems that are not really functioning that well. So I kind of want to worry about cleaning those up. Things that are kind of like minute, not really that important to anything. And I think first things first, we could probably go and we can grab void upgrades. So we want functional storage void upgrades. Also, I hope audio is not too awful. I tried to augment it a little bit because I know, of course, usually my videos are quiet before I edit them. So we're going to slap a void upgrade. Hey, how's it going, Jake? How you doing? Oh, there's like new badges and stuff. What in the world? Top fans. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm kind of clueless on that. But how you doing, Jake? I hope you're doing well. But yeah, void upgrade on that. So that should clear up those. And that should clear out this chest. Do I not have game audio? Hold on. My headset just like turned itself off. That's why I don't have game audio. Okay. So this thing may take a second to like catch up. That should be fine. We actually just stand here and do this. That might speed this up. Okay, looks like we're also full on cocoa beans. So let's just snag another one of these guys. We don't need more than 131,000 for that. I'm going to say we just grab a whole bunch of void upgrades at this point. Void, 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 and then grab some obsidian so we can finish this last one. Void upgrade. Okay. Do we have that issue over here? We do not, but we have another issue where the range add-on kind of just lets areas... Yeah, because if it gets pushed over here, it's not going to pick up. Which is something I noticed whenever I first did this and kind of just ignored. My bad. Yeah, there is so many berries in here, man. I will hope that this sorts it out. I'm actually going to just turn this off for now and let this kind of just pick itself back up and get everything cruising that way. Okay. We'll EMC that stuff. So let's look at the absorption radius upgrade. Radius. If I can remember how to spell for a second. Oh, goodness gracious. Cannot remember how to spell for the life of me all of a sudden. So we probably want to grab 2 of these guys. So we do 1 here and then 1 here. And that should cover all the areas we need. Looks like we actually still have some popping up over here. So let's see. I need hoppers. I'll just toss another 1 and 1 on each. And that should cover us. That should take this off our plate. In all honesty, we can get rid of the farm and just do normal matter condensers and stuff if we really wanted to, but I think we should be okay. What do we want to do next? Because there's a couple things that I want to worry about. I want to get this removed for now. Let's grab this out. Let's grab our pickaxe out. The system works great, but I don't really want it right here. Dirt. So I finally set up my third monitor back on my right side, which it's been a minute since I've had that monitor there because I had to use it for something else. And I'm kind of still getting used to it being over on my right side, so I'm like seeing myself play on my right side of vision. It's throwing me off. I'm also seeing it on my left because it looks like this video is not paused. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. I think I want to move these guys, and I think I'm going to get rid of these guys for now. Okay. I actually want to probably grab those functional storage drawers that have things in them. I think this one just has a lock on it, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's unlock that drawer. And then... Where's my other backpack? Did I put my other backpack down? I did. Okay. So we'll just toss that in here. And then this stuff is for trophies. 2 different trophies. Alright. So I want to move that stuff over there down in our basement area. But I think we're going to have to like make another area to kind of make sure we don't just keep shoving stuff where it really doesn't belong. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. This will be the entry to the room. So in technicality, it's not 6, it's 7 actually, but that's okay. Because yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this will be leading into this room. And I think we'll try and keep the tiled black stone as the flooring material for like pathways and stuff. I may not worry too much about making this look pretty on camera, but if I don't right now, if I don't just like start, I probably won't finish it. So, you know, there's that possibility. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, how many did I do this room? We have this abacus. Not fully, but somewhat. Because we do need to worry about storing stuff. Okay, so this is a 15 by 15. I really wish this thing would highlight where it's actually selecting, but 15 by 15 internally. And then, of course, you've got 7 deep. And that includes this wall. Okay, so we're going to go this direction. And I guess we really want to do 16 by 16, right? Because then we'll just replace the walls. So that is... Oh, this does highlight. It's just very faint. Especially when you're using it on a black tile. Ooh, lovely water. And I also apologize if I don't really talk too much. It's just been so long since I've done a stream. But I hope you're doing well, Chris. I hope you're doing well, Jake. Hope everybody's just having a fantastic Friday or whatever day it is for you. Of course, if you're in another time zone, I don't really know how dates and stuff work in other time zones. I know that's New Zealand's what you go for whenever a game releases that you really want, you know, kind of thing, but that's all I got. Alright, and then how tall? 10 tall? So 11 tall, because we want to make sure we break the block to put a roof on this. Saturday for you. See, that's what I was thinking. Some people live in different time zones. You got to be inclusive sometimes. Okay, so 11. This would be where we go. Alrighty, Jake. That sounds good. Do we have like a battle royale system now in this? I'm so confused what top fans is. Like, I'm assuming it's like people that talk and like gain XP, kind of like the points or whatever from Twitch. But it just kind of makes me think of a battle royale for some reason. It kind of also makes me think you could just like spam somebody's chat and get like the most points. And that just doesn't seem right to me. Okay, so interior. It is 16, right? Or is it 17? It is 17. So we click from here to, ooh, lag spike, to here. And that, no, it would be 18. And okay, I've got a math. Hold on, give me a second. So from this point, yeah, okay, it is 17. I couldn't remember, man, I apologize. Math is hard today. So this is correct, where we wall this portion off. It's yeah, maybe. I would assume there's, of course, the ability to time out a user, too. Or, like, it should detect, like, hey, you're sending messages too quickly, even if you don't have, like, slow chat on or whatever. Okay, 17 by 17. Do I have the destruction gadget? I do not have the destruction gadget. Let's do destruction gadget. That sounds good to me. And then G. I gotta remember how to use this thing. So you'd want depth. So if I was looking... So from this center block, we'd want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then down 1. And then for like here, we'd want to have a depth of 10. I actually don't think I've ever just like calculated how much I need for something like this. But we just get rid of that. Beautiful. I should clear this up real quick. I don't really care about voiding stuff right now. And let's just verify. Okay. Boop. Okay. And then for sections like this, we would just want to make sure that we drop down the up section. Perfect. And then this one, we want to make sure we take the depth back a couple. Okay, we do need the down still. And then up. Oh, so much better. I don't have to worry about doing that manually. I kind of forget about the destruction gadget every so often, but new tool in our arsenal, that is for sure. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm probably going to also grab the copy and paste gadget. Just to make things simpler, I am going to copy from this side to this side. And then we just need moon shale. Let me clear out my inventory here real quick. Okay. We need moon shale. We got moon shale bricks, and we've got cracked moon shale. And if we need more bricks, we can grab a couple. And then we have stripped dark oak. Do I have that in here? I do not. I do now, though. So stripped. Let's grab a couple stacks of that. And then the tiled. I'm hoping I have enough of that, but I'll probably have to make more. And then we just go to paste. And I'm going to go to this corner. Paste. I got to set it to cut blocks, don't I? Replace blocks. There we go. It's off center. I forgot there's a wall. Hold on. So technically we need to go here. Yes. Yeah, because the wall's on the side. I'm just losing it. And then what we can do is we can do a rotation. Where's that option right here? And the rotation technically means that we have varied sides as well. They'll be mirrored, but they'll technically be varied because that one matches this one, that one matches this one. And then for the center, I did it again, didn't I? Undo. Gotta pull it one way. Which technically means I did this one incorrectly too. There's like a cavern. But that should be fine. We'll just fix this one manually because I don't feel like doing the cut and paste again. Okay, let's go get some cracked moon shale bricks. Furnace. And once we get my goof fixed, we'll go do this. The draconium for next episode. Okay, so apparently I didn't cut and paste this right either because I forgot about this section too. That's okay. I'm not proficient with the copy and paste gadget. The one I use the most is the building gadget. That's where it's at for me. I will just slap some cobblestone down here. And then we'll do this. Man, that guitar just eats through blocks, doesn't it? That was nuts. Especially wood blocks. Like wood... What is this one? Ooh, you could actually use this as a knife. Ooh, that gives me an idea. We could do that. We could totally set that up if we wanted to. I think, right? Can this be used as a knife? Or not? Hold on. Easier way to check. Shears. Tools. I don't think it can. Yeah, I ain't even gonna try that, Chris. Because I'm thinking there's gotta be a tool. Yeah, okay, so there is a specific tag. But there's gotta be a tool in here that has no durability. How do I look up tags again? Because this is Farmer's Delight. Let me just type this out here real quick, and then I'll figure it out. Forge. Actually, let's just look up that. Forge. Tools. Because I know there's a way to look up tag. Let me see. Let me look at this, because I don't remember. JEI. Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's what it is. It's either knives or it's just this. Yeah, okay, both work. Okay, but the problem is you're not seeing all of them. So would it be so how like because that doesn't make any sense. Where you can do the cod, that's what we'll use as an example. But there says there's 51 different tools. There's not 51 knives when I do that. Hmm. Okay. Hold on. Ow, my ears. Apologies. Because I don't think there is. Hmm. I don't know. That's an interesting question. I'm doing good. How you doing, Rockstar? Well, from what I know, Chris, is that the $ brings up. Yeah, because that brings up nothing. This brings up tags. So if we were to look up, for example, allowed tools, I think. This would not be. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, because these are all wood products, which is what I saw in the guitar. Yeah. I don't know. That's just it. There's definitely got to be a way that you don't have to do repair, but I don't know of it. I was just kind of looking. Hmm. Yeah, because I mean the knives themselves. I would assume that the best one is probably the dragon's tooth, but it also doesn't tell us durability, of course, because we're not that lucky. Actually, that's the same. And that's a whole process to get that thing. I don't know. Maybe something I'll have to look at down the line. Because I do want to replace the current knife system, but I don't know of a way. It would be nice to have a way to do that, but I was thinking we were onto something with the guitar. That's why I was looking at it. But it's not a knife, technically. It's just an axe. To remove some automation pieces that we could just, like, simplify if we had a unbreakable knife. Yeah, stone bricks. Not that. Okay, so we're going to do the same kind of stuff that we just did. We're going to copy. And then we are going to. Oh, I didn't even. That's a problem. I didn't even. Hey, I think that's what you meant, didn't you? I right-clicked and that broke everything. Oh my. Oh, that's awful. Whoops. I didn't even mean to right-click that much. Okay, we have something else to fix. I just still use the front door. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, let's grab that out. You guys didn't see anything. That's a really bad function to even still have, in my opinion, on something like that. Because if you can strip a log, that's not very intelligent. They should have separated that control somehow. Okay, I'm gonna put that away for now so I don't actually do that again. Hey, you did say it, and I didn't even think about it. I was like, I'm gonna strip this really quick, and then proceeded to strip my entire base of logs. Which is a really cool function of the guitar. Not one that I knew it could do either. So, you know, thanks for the tip too. Also, I still don't know why I'm using just emerald tools. I definitely could go better. Like, I could legitimately just go get the deeper dark tools, which I think are technically better than netherite. But I still haven't done that either. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. Now that we've fixed that issue in the basement, at least, let's just ignore the mistake upstairs. Yeah, there's a couple mods that I would prefer that aren't in this pack. Oh, is that like way too tall? What did I do? $27 blocks? That's right, right? Okay, yep, I did it again, didn't I? Because technically the anchor should be here. Yes, and then pulled forward one. Can I... confirm? There we go. See, that's the thing, though, is I don't want to use create for everything. I don't think it technically does. But then again, you're not saving space if you do it that way, because you're running into the same issue of having way more space used unless you get through create all the way. Which I don't mind create, right? Like, I don't care for it because how many packs it's been in the last few years, but it's definitely not something that I was trying to do. Because I know that the creator, um, chosen architect, I know he loves create, but it's just not my cup of tea to play it every single pack. Which it's been a minute since I've played it, but I can't bring myself to play it too much. Oops. Okay. And then we need to just go in and go here. Set that to 0. Set that to... Did I goof somewhere else? Man, it should not be this difficult to make the interior of this place. I made this quite square. Yeah, that's what I just noticed. What did I do wrong? But I think my other hesitation, though, is there is just so many creators that are doing create, and it's not that intriguing to me, and I would assume quite a few other people. I can't be the only one in that boat where it's just you've seen too much create in the last like year or so, enough to like last you a lifetime. So I just can't bring myself to keep on with that kind of content, especially when I don't enjoy it, right? Yeah. But that means this wall's not right. Oh well. We'll just send it. It's just like creates cool, trains are cool, but also like I'm somebody that prefers like functionality and compacting stuff a lot of the times. And whenever you have a train system that spans hundreds and hundreds of blocks when I could just do it in an ender chest, it that's also a factor. I guess not my cup of tea, I guess, at the end of the day too. That's another, big factor, but eh. Yeah, but the problem is it's not the best solution, because then I'd have to go and revamp almost everything. Even more than I would if I had to remove the diamond anvil. So it's not really like a end-all be-all solution, right? Because we have a partial solution that works, or like a long-term solution that works for now. It's just we have the issue of like we could just cut down on a large portion of space rather than just than it just being that. Okay, why am I doing it this way? Let's just do a 3x3. Construction wand. Building wand. Yeah, it's construction. Okay. Okay, and then now we can build the rest of these walls. See, but that's the good part though. Is like when you can just have fun and actually like make something, not basically copying everybody else and their mother. But then also you could save like 12 hours if you did not do what I do. I don't have a problem. I just love overthinking things. But that's how my brain works, right? That's the biggest problem. Is my brain works in different ways than most people. I'm special. I'm sorry. I don't mean that to be like offensive. I just think it's just kind of funny. Okay. Let's see. Where in the world? Okay, I want to look. I have to look at this wall to get this going. I guess I do. Okay. We're off in Narnia. We need to be down in Wakanda here, so we do need to push this back one. Confirm. Clear. Yeah, and see, that's what I used Create for, was the fact that I did the tree farm, the Archwood tree farm in the very beginning. It's like, I love using it for that. That's fantastic, because it is probably the simplest. Because there's not really a whole lot of early game tree farms nowadays. Like, you got Industrial 4 going. That one takes a little bit of setup. There's nothing you could just, like, gather a handful of materials and just send it, unless we're talking about Create. So it's like, it's cool to use as like very early on, method, but it's just not, whenever I get to like mechanism, I probably already have AE2 and refined storage and all of the other, pieces that could require anything else. Like the ender chest, sending items back and forth. I think the last pack that I actually kind of got somewhat serious with Create was Cave Factory, I think. Yeah, the Industrial Foregoing is the easiest tree farm. But things like Craftoria, for example, where it's just had the stupid growth stuff, the farm that I have in this pack, of course, is similar to the one we had in Craftoria. And I think that one works fantastic, because of course it ignored the seasons and it just forced it to grow rapidly. Because I have more wood in this that I will never use. Oh, actually, it's not even... I'll have to figure that out. It is not showing up in there. Okay, we'll have to look at that here in a minute. I'll have to figure out why it's not showing up in there, because it should be linked. Unless I accidentally unlinked it or something. Okay, but this is completed. Yeah. So why is this not showing up? And man, I'm really tired of rain. Okay, let's get single. That's why this is... I forgot that I set this up on a different... I don't know why saplings are dropping. I never figured that one out. I don't know if that's like ours or something. But yeah, I guess I never actually connected this. Yeah. That's honestly your best bet at this point. Like, I think one of my problems with most modern packs nowadays is you either play it after the fact, after it's like dev cycle, which in most mod packs nowadays is like a year or more. Because that's what I've noticed is like all the mods 9, I think even updated several times after I quit playing that pack. And it's just like, man, I don't understand why they keep changing things. That was especially with Craftoria too. I mean, that was ridiculous. One day you'd find something you love, the next it'd be gone. It was just kind of stupid. But that's how, I mean, that's kind of how I feel with a lot of like a lot of packs that are, you know, just coming out. It's like, cool, but maybe you should have got it in a more stable state if you're going to have to do 12 updates in a matter of days. It's like, I understand the development cycle for most things, because of course I had a background in computer science. Like, so don't get me wrong, I understand the dev cycle, but it's just one of those many things where it's like, chill. Just like ask your community too, probably. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Like even when I started playing it, which was after the fact, like several months after the fact, it's completely different. Yeah, I was actually planning on playing all the mods 10s for this stream and just kind of start like a live stream series, but honestly, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Like after the amount of just burnout that I had with all the mods 9, I really just I can't. And it's like, you shouldn't have to hard tweak a pack to make it enjoyable, in my opinion. Like, I know not every pack's gonna cater to people, but it's just like, it's one of those weird things where it's like, why not? Why not to cater to most people? Honestly, so this is something you guys have never seen, and you'll never see it. But the actual Craftoria, originally I was gonna end it at like episode... Oh, what episode was it? Hold on, I gotta look. There was an episode of Craftoria that I legitimately almost ended it because I was just to the point of like extreme burnout Mostly because we had to focus on modern industrialization. And I think it was around, I think it was like episode 54, 55. I think it was around about there where I legitimately had to stop recording because I was like, hey, if I keep recording, I am going to go off. Like, I'm not even kidding. I had to like stop, take a breath, and be like, you know what? Let's finish the pack as much as I can, as much as I was willing to, and then we'll end it. So that's what I did. And it's like that was the first time that I think I've ever just like almost given up on a pack outright because of like one mod. Okay, fly. Oh goodness gracious, man! I don't want to. I'm struggling. Hold on. I'm trying to like fly and shift so I can play something. I guess I don't need to shift, do I? I guess I didn't need to, but sometimes I like doing it. It just makes me feel comfortable. But yeah, I almost ended that series before I got the quantum sword. But I mean, like anything with all of Fabric, that team of people, I think it's one of those things where their packs, especially all of Fabric 6, because I don't even know about all of Fabric 7, because I played a couple and then I was like, I'm good. This is just basically vanilla Minecraft Plus, and I wasn't really up for it. But they're all of Fabric 6, because I did a playthrough of that up to an extent where I was like, man, I'm reinventing the wheel on everything. And from that time to whenever I reattempted that pack, I don't know if I ever released those episodes, but I attempted to go back to that pack like months after the fact, maybe like half a year after the fact. Completely different pack. Like, I was so stunned about that. I was like, what in the world? Am I playing the right pack? And it was only like 4 or 5 versions different. I'm still confused to this day about like the drastic change of development. Yeah, well, and the problem is most mods don't have documentation nowadays. That's one of the other problems that I don't think will ever be solved, sadly. Well, because I remember back whenever I played all of Fabric 6, and this is like a very specific example, was playing with Spectrum, and there was the mod Bewitchment, which is actually one of the very last mods I was going to touch. And Bewitchment has a coffin that can let you sleep during the night. Or no, during the day. And then you could cycle the time using those two, a normal bed and a coffin. You could cycle the time so you could actually get all the Spectrum stuff to happen. I didn't figure that out until I was done with Spectrum. Like, that should have been like a quest book. Like, hey, guess what? Here's a simpler way to get this done. Nothing. Nothing in that quest book was helpful. Yeah. I actually enjoyed Spectrum. I really did. Because, of course, the mob farm I made with it, I enjoyed it. It's just, I hated everything time aspect-wise. And also the documentation being only in advancements. That's another thing. But, you know. Did I forget a crystal upstairs? I did. It's like, and honestly, Spectrum, in my opinion, is probably one of the more revolutionary Fabric mods because it's built in Fabric. Like, the fact alone that that was built in Fabric kind of blows me away. Like, that's honestly pretty freaking cool. Because, I always hear people talk about Fabric and Forge and the difference and all that stuff, and it's like, Fabric is not made for complicated mods like Spectrum and Modern Industrialization. Like, at all. And the fact that you've got people that are insane enough to sit there and rewrite all of the stuff that NeoForge and Forge has enabled by default, absolutely bonkers. Okay, I cannot place this. Hold on. There we go. We are like one block too short in this room. Oh well. Honestly, I haven't really been paying attention. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have been, like, as of recent, I've just been focused on spending more time with family and friends and stuff. That's why I've been missing uploads here and there and uploading late. You know, I've kind of just been spending more time with family. But I think I tried a Techopolis pack way back whenever I think it was the first one. I think. And it didn't work well enough for me to really care for it. Oh yeah, the full cardboard, yeah, it's empty. Yeah, but I could not get behind Techopolis. I don't know, it's just one of those weird things. But I also think, like, whenever I go and look at content that other people are making, and then they're like finishing these packs in like 20 episodes, it's just like, it kind of makes me feel like, is it got enough content to even make content? Because I don't have time to spend weeks on videos, right? Like, these videos are usually recorded either on a Saturday, Sunday, or the day after, like the day after, or no, the day before. Not the day after, the day before they release, because sometimes I do have, you know, I don't have enough backlog. And it's like, I just can't spend all of this time working on one or two videos. Like, it genuinely bugs me, and I don't know why. Like, I've never been able to figure that out. Even with, like, doing the, oh, what was it called? The NeoForge mod pack? What was that called? Yeah, that's what it was called. No. What was that pack called? I'm so lost right now. Hold on. What in the heck was that pack called? I know I played it. I know I did. Neotech. Neotech. Yeah, that was. See, but the problem is I honestly was the only reason that happened, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the only reason it happened that way with Neotech was because I was just kind of tired of playing that pack, and like getting a few days in between where I didn't play it was honestly probably better than me actually playing the pack. Man, okay. I still fly. Okay, perfect. Goodness gracious. Okay, so that is the right height. No, that's not the right height. So I only need one block in between. But yeah, Neotech was the pack that I honestly just really dreaded. And like after the fact, I think that's one of the problems with mod packs too, that people don't really talk about, is how you kind of like put the pack out there, right? Because descriptions matter. People aren't going to just jump in gung-ho because of a couple pictures. I mean, some people do. And then, you know, it turns out that the pack's not what they thought, and they wasted several hours of their life trying to investigate it. Or in my case, several months. I also think I'm just a very picky person. I'm not hard to please. It's just, I'm a very picky person. When it comes to mod packs, because they're, you know, there's a lot of odds and ends. Yeah, but that's the fun part. See, that's the other thing, though. is with things like that, with modern industrialization, is like any mod like that, right? Like, I don't like going down paths of progression 90% of the time. Because even with Craftoria, right? Like, I did things wrong. I didn't even care. I will admit it. I did things wrong. But the problem is I just really didn't care, because at the end of the day, the only reason I did stuff like that, yeah, exactly. Like, I prefer being able to do stuff like that, and being able to just straight up do what I want. Yeah, I wouldn't say I get burned out quickly. I wouldn't say that. Not 100%, because the biggest thing is I can play, Minecraft for, days and days or months, right? Because this whole channel is dedicated to Minecraft, right? This has been, several years of playing Minecraft, trying to upload all the time. I say I probably play Minecraft almost every day, and it's all for content. Um, and that's probably because, probably some like diagnosis that could be put there. But how do I want to do this? I don't know. But yeah, it's like I think kitchen sink works best for me because I do what I want. Like, it's basically the entire reason. You can't make me. Oh, that's awful. I don't wanna. That's basically the reason. That's awful. But I also have noticed, like, in a lot of packs though, is they do quests wrong, right? Like, that's like, it's one of those things where, and in Craftoria, because I pointed it out when I saw it, right? Like, you have quests that shouldn't be where they are, and then they tell you to kind of like follow the progression path. It's like, I understand Craftoria wasn't fully a quest pack until towards, the later updates where they started doing a lot of that crap. Um, but yeah, yeah. Well, and that's the one thing, is I don't think I've found a pack that I would say is great in that aspect, right? I do frustrate myself a lot. That's my personality. um, I need a redstone pen. Do I kind of tempted to go get a redstone pen mod. I'm so tired of not being able to put cables on walls. It is frustrating as can be right now. So we're just gonna like create this, I guess. I guess that works. That look pretty. Not really, but it'll do. Okay. Yeah, but I think I am my own worst enemy kind of thing, where and that's one of my personality flaws that you guys will probably see a lot, watching content and stuff for me, is I definitely fight myself more than I fight with anything else. And sometimes I have to take that off camera. Like, I have entire episodes where I cut most of the content and then have to go record more because I just say the most negative crap towards, either something I'm doing or a mod. And it's not the mod's fault. It's just like me being difficult. So modular router. Also, modular routers is my favorite logistics mod. People can come at me. Because it's more than a logistics mod at the end of the day, too, though. You know what I need back? I need extra utilities, too. That would make my life so much better. I guess that's one way to put it, Rockstar. I guess that's one way to put it. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, goodness. Okay, these guys don't have any pushing upgrades. Do they have... sender. Make sure we're sending down. Same thing here. Send down, break up. And then... Actually, this one's a little bit more complicated, isn't it? Because you need this. And then this. And this is now pushing east. Or pulling east, not pushing. It's a puller upgrade. And this is pushing down. Hey, I only removed R's. I only removed R's, and I got so many hate comments. I had so many hate comments, and I was reveling in it, in all honesty. But the thing is, though, is I don't remove it anymore. Mostly, not because of the hate comments. It's mostly because I genuinely don't really find a use for R's. Like, I use the Drag Me farm right now. Like, that's a common thing I do because it is much more performative. That's one of the biggest reasons. One of the biggest benefits is how performative it is. But it's also just like I don't really feel like building massive mob farms. So Drag Me mob farm is fantastic. And I think that's another thing that I didn't even mention is we could technically also do ours for the actual slice and dice and stuff, but I think it would be slower. But it would technically be more compact than repairing. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, you aren't alone. I had a little hate fan club there for a while. Oh, did I not put the item in here? Let's do that real quick. Also, did I put 10,000 on this? See, and I know that, but I actually already have ours set up too. So it's not like I have to worry about it. Like, I can actually just get into it more whenever I get there, right? Like, that's genuinely okay with me this time. How am I going to do this one? I need redstone pin. I'm being deprived of redstone pin. Okay, let's just do this out back. And we'll just do redstone links again. I'm just going to put these everywhere, I guess, for now. Oh, is that not gonna... Oh, no, because you aren't at 10,000. Yeah, okay. Exactly. Okay, and then... Perfect. Well, actually, maybe not perfect. 10,000. Oh, this doesn't have 10,000. It's just lying. The number's a lie, Mason. Sorry. Okay. All right. So that should get that one done. Kind of sloppily if we, like, look back this direction, but that's okay. Yeah, that's one of my things is like if you don't enjoy it, like if you hate it that much, then just like go watch somebody else. Like I don't really care. Like I'm grateful for all the people that watch my content and stuff. You know, because this isn't like a small amount of time I spend on making content. And especially like playing this pack, I think it's kind of weird to me that this pack is not popular. And I mean like its cycle is like dead, right? Like it's been out for a while. But the other thing is though is like Craftoria has been out longer, I think, around about the same time. And actually I don't even know. I think they were about the same time. But like Craftoria gets a lot more views than this pack. Kind of strange. See, is this what we're going full circle, Rockstar? Because I don't get burned out on kitchen sinks that much. Unless, like, we're talking about, like, Neotech, which wasn't really kitchen sink. That was just, crap. I was so excited for Actually Editions, man. And they just ruined it. They slaughtered my boy! I think a lot of people have never played a Project E-Pack that's actually balanced. Like, this one I would say is decently balanced, right? But then again, it's like you can do stuff like this, but in all honesty, you could do stuff like this with a normal setup. All you'd have to do is put your Certus cords here, your charger here, and then in that. This is basically replacing a charger, so I don't have to use EMC. Like, genuinely, this pack I think is probably one of the most balanced. I never played the first one. But yeah, this pack is definitely more balanced than any other Project E pack. But the developers have to take time. What in the world? Oh, is that thing actually like sending forward? I did not know modular routers could do that. That's awesome. How much of a distance was that, man? I guess, yeah, eight blocks. I forgot about that. Not too complicated. They lied, didn't they? I remember back in the day, though. Oh, what was that pack? I know it was one Dyer played. It was like an Alchemist? No. I don't even know. I know there was like some packs back in the day that I watched Dyer play that were like absolutely fantastic packs, but they were just different. They were, I think he did one series with Pyamar, but I don't remember what it actually was now. Like antimatter, anti something. I know there hasn't been one since like 1.12. But I actually have never watched a full video of Chosen Architects, by the way. I will note that. That sounds kind of like, well, why haven't you if you're playing as Pack? I don't really watch Minecraft content. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like after starting to do more content regularly, I have stopped watching a lot of content revolving around Minecraft. Yeah. But I think he does just enough that it's like acceptable. And you've got me that gets like so close to the end and just drops it. Like Cave Factory, for example. Because I did drop that pack right towards the end. Yeah. Like I think the last Minecraft content I watched, oh, I don't even remember what it was now. Like, because I watch it. Like, don't get me wrong, I watch Minecraft content, but it's not Let's Plays. 90% of the time, I cannot sit through a Let's Plays. Because I have to make a Let's Play video and then watch it about 3 different times to edit it, and then upload it, and then make sure all of that went smooth. And by the time I do that, you know, several times a week, I am burned out. Like, that, I cannot fathom watching more content. Like, it just genuinely boggles my mind that I could go and do that. Like, sometimes I can watch content, but it's not usually Minecraft. And it's like no hate against anybody, right? That's my thing. Is it's just genuinely. I think the last time I tried to watch some Direwolf 20. I think I watched about 15 minutes, and I'm like, man, I am so Minecraft out. Like, I've still subscribed to Direwolf. Love the dude's channel. I just can't pull it. I can't do it anymore. one of the reasons I started content creation, and it's just, you know. Yeah, I think I've looked at his channel too, a long while ago, and it's just one of those people that plays a little too quickly, in my opinion. And that's one thing I don't care for about Chosen Architects pack, like his videos, is they just play too quickly. But I know nobody has an attention span anymore, and that's a problem, right? Like, that's genuinely why they do that so much nowadays, is because they know people don't really have an attention span, and making it shorter is going to benefit them in the long run, too. Yeah, well, and that's the one thing. So technically, I don't watch my videos in entirety because I watch them at 2x speed because that's faster to edit, right? But it's definitely something that's, when I go back to listening to myself normally, I'm like, man, can I just like speed up? Sometimes I'm tempted to like fast forward like 2x my videos and just see if anybody notices. But if they would cut the videos down to like 15 minutes, somebody would notice quickly. I don't think anybody has an attention span anymore, in all honesty. It's gone after TikTok, you know? Ooh, this one's gonna be a pain to do. I guess not. Let's just do it this way, and then this way, and then this. We just make sure we send down. Are we already there? And then pull west. And yes, I know I could just look at the compass, but I have to like orientate myself to the compass directions to figure out which direction I'm currently looking. I don't know why. Yeah, well, the thing is, though, is I see how many people click off of my videos, though. That's the other thing. So I know there's people with a short attention span. They probably see it, and there's no, like, hook, right? That's the other thing with my videos. There's no, like, today we're gonna do all this, and this, you know, like, we're gonna build a monster truck or some crap, right? Like, I can't bring myself to do that. And actually, see, even just raising my voice that much hurt my throat. Hold on. Exactly. See, but then again, though, I have other people saying, hey, you should do longer videos because I like to just see what you're doing, which is cool because, right, you don't have to fully watch a lot of the content. You can still listen to it because some people like to have background stuff, right? And it's like me exploring the stronghold and doing an episode like that. Was that a necessary episode? Probably not. I could have probably cleaned it up and done a like 15-minute episode with that, but I didn't because I honestly enjoyed kind of exploring a structure and just looking around, especially with all the torture. He's some torture team. Dear Lord, can I English? I cannot English all of a sudden. Torture. I'm not from Boston, I swear. I gotta recover after that one. Oh, what are these? A linked transmitter, a redstone link, and a display link. Okay, I don't know what this is. I know what the other two are because this is like your logistics portion that they just added. Or no, is that something else? I don't even know. We'll not worry about it. There's this wireless. Oh, is this like? Oh, oh, cool. That is actually really cool. Like, I've never even seen this piece before, but this Like, making the lever 1 block so I don't need another redstone link for a lever. Honestly, that's awesome. I definitely didn't know this was a thing. I I love it. Create connect. Connected, right? Create connected. Yeah, let's actually hold on. What is this? Encased chain cogwheel, crank wheel, large crank wheel, inverted clutch, inverted gear shift, parallel gearbox, vertical gearbox, six-way gearbox, six-way vertical gearbox, brass gearbox. What is that? A gearbox where the rotation direction of all 4 sides are independently configurable. Ooh. Yeah, and I think that Stronghold was not Young's. I did look at that. That was not made by Young's, but it had kind of the same vibe, the same feeling. But it definitely was not Young's. So that's one of the things that I'm kind of excited that it didn't include Young's better Strongholds, but Young's better End Islands. That one I don't care for. A single-use connector that breaks when the network is overstressed. Overstressed clutch, centrifugal clutch, freewheel clutch, brake, item silo, a vertical item vault. Ooh, that's cool. Fluid vessel, creative fluid vessel, inventory access port, sequence pulse generator, a fan blasting catalyst. Oh, so you could actually put these guys down and it acts like the lava. So you wouldn't have to worry about it flowing anywhere. Or like lighting a fire or putting a bucket of water. That is actually really cool. I did not know this existed. That is really nice. And of course, the copycat blocks come from this one. I didn't know that one either. Some music discs, some cherry windows, bamboo windows. Honestly, yeah, integrated structures. Yeah, that was it. I am kind of in love with that mod. I don't really care for create, but I want to kind of like give myself like 5 minutes with that mod or something, you know. But let's not do that color. There we go. We got diorite. Everybody's favorite. Yeah, and the fact that they can actually be used, like I did not know that was a thing. I don't think I've ever seen that mod. So that's actually really nifty. Okay. So that is all of that moved, which is fantastic. So that should clear up a little bit of our base, at least up on the floor level. Yes, good night, Rockstar. Have a good one. Man, I'm so tired of the rain. Okay. So let's quickly fix this. My mistake from earlier. I don't really want to have to record another episode and just like everything is gone. This is not the first time I've done this, by the way, where I've accidentally taken out my entire stripped logs around the house. So I think that's also a funny thing. I think there is. I just haven't actually gotten around to doing it. You know, just one of those many things that I complain about that I just don't solve. I would have to figure it out. I think it's Ars Ritual. Because yeah, there's a tablet of zapping. That's not it. Attraction, repulsion. Those are elemental. Binding, awakening. Yeah. That's the time of day. Okay, so that one. Okay. So, in theory, I could probably automate this system. I'm probably going to do that. I will do that in an episode, though, because I think that would be an interesting episode. Where we could actually just go get 3 matter condensers, some Mark IIIs, make this to where we interact with the ritual brazier using, like, modular routers. And then that way, that would work. I think there's a way to detect rain. Isn't there? There's definitely got to be a way to detect rain. Would it be this thing? You're seeing how my brain works, like, firsthand. Okay, so if we were to grab this ritual, I just want to see if I can get a couple pieces of this going. And I would assume this requires source. We do have a ritual brazier. We could grab gunpowder. And then, if it requires source, we will snag up a source jar. Do that. Do that. Do that. So it's shooting some particles into the air. Okay. Bingo. Okay, but now the question becomes, does this react differently to storms? Well, actually, no. We wouldn't need to think about that, because if it's 1, then it is storming or raining, and then you would have... My brain is going. We're just going to do this. I'll probably recap it in an episode or something at this point. Activator module. Front. Right click. Ritual brazier right here. And this did not take a source. And then we would say redstone high, which technically this should be high because it's on 1, I hope. And then we grab the ritual that we need. And I probably won't do a full build of this just yet. I will probably wait. Okay. But now it's awaiting activation. So I don't know how you would go about activating this without right-clicking it again. Comparator? I already have several comparators. I don't know why I needed another. Okay, so that is not... That would be the problem. Because is this a constant... Oh, that's another thing. I cannot click on this. That's actually really interesting. I cannot click on the ritual brazier. Or was it because it was constantly being right-clicked? Or does this just continuously run? Genuinely, I don't know much about ours. That's why I'm looking at stuff. But that's actually really cool that the supplementaries wind vein can actually give you stuff. Okay, it is a one-time use. And it requires no source. Okay. But yeah, the wind vein from supplementaries and a combination of that, I would just have to figure out how we go about doing something like that. There's no simple way, it looks like. I bring death upon you. Come back here. You know what? Dishonor on you. Okay. Okay. But yeah, that's just a quick little side thing. I don't know if modular routers would be the right thing or not. We will look at that later down the line. Okay. We got everything around there done. What else do I need to clean up? Probably besides the holes over here. And what if I was to... I don't need that, I need these. What if I was moving these crabs to a new enclosure? I technically could. I was actually kind of thinking about that, in all honesty. Because you could do that, especially because we have access to the end now, which also means that we have some ability to do that. Okay, we also need to figure out this while we're over here. So we have the... But I can't set priorities, right? Like, you can't do that. So, hold on. Let me put... Oop, did it get picked up in here? It did. So I need to make sure... Let me take the stupid pants off again. Okay, so let's just chop this ourselves here real quick. Did I put it the wrong way? Let's check over on this other side here real quick. Yes, I did. The hole I knew had to be facing a certain way, I just couldn't remember where. Come on, go down. Okay. And then I think I need to be back here. Nope, it placed it wrong. And I love this basket, but I kind of hate it at the same time. Okay, that is not the way to place it. So do I need to sneak into here? Okay, do I have access to the shrinking gadget? Is that a thing in this pack? We're just like building some gadgets this episode, apparently, too. Okay, what kind of holes can I fit through here? There we go. Okay, that should work. Beautiful. Can it actually rotate those? I didn't know if it could rotate those. Guess we could try it real quick. Not what I meant to do. I didn't mean to do key. Create wrench can rotate with a menu by keybind. Maybe not in this version? I'm not sure. That's okay. We're golden. Okay. So... And then if I did... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was a different version. You're all good. So if we did something like this, and we grab the trash can, that would void, of course, to the closest. Nearest first, which is there. That's why I moved it. And then technically we probably should do the same thing on this side. So that would be... So let's take this out. I'm going to shrink back down here. Nope, that's the wrong gadget. Hold on. Almost made an oopsie. A pretty big oopsie that would take a little while to fix. That would be for sure. Okay. And then we get back up here. Come on. Sorry for like the flashes there for a second. That is the wrong way. Okay, so this one should be super simple because we just stand right here. And then we thwack. Perfect. Okay, we're going to just simply EMC those guys. And then the trash can should go where I'm standing. And I will probably be removing the pig EMC automation sooner or later, of course, because we should be able to automate it with requesters and stuff. But that will be down the line. I don't really plan on doing it right now. Okay. Make sure this is set to nearest first. Beautiful. Okay. So that solves a couple issues. Hope I don't need walls in here. I definitely don't need sugarcane in here. But I know crab is technically our still one obstacle that I haven't solved. But yeah, I don't really know how to solve it. I've added more crabs. Their drops are just so rare that it's really difficult to even bother with that. But right now we could actually get like 100 plus, probably about 100 wardens technically. Well, yeah, technically it's automated, but I could like tear half of this crap down and rebuild it with something else, like rebuild with AE2. Once I get further into it, that is. Not right now. I was just saying we could do that, simplify it in the future. Okay. What's up next? So I want to quickly kind of figure out where I want to do the Powa stuff. Which I'm kind of thinking we could do like a building right here with Powa, specifically Powa stuff. You know, and mechanism and other tech mods. But I don't want to just shove everything into the basement. If that makes sense. Because I love the basement, but I don't really... You know what? Death to you by shovel. How's that feel? Just beat me with a shovel random times when I'm trying to do stuff. Okay, let's do small 3x3. Get rid of this hill and we'll put like a building here. You get a pickaxe to death. I should probably go sleep. Yeah, because honestly, right now, I don't even use that much EMC. I think I had 400 million, but I used, of course, that to get the gym armor and everything. And, of course, I still have... How many pigs in total as of right now? 1,907. So that's 1 billion EMC. Definitely some good stuff. gonna tear this out here real quick. I also know that's one of the things that I fail out whenever I'm like terraforming an area, is I don't replant like grass and stuff. Like the actual tall grass and flowers and stuff. I kind of always just kind of let it not. I let it just like be bare. I should do the Mega Torch grid like I used to. I need to figure out about getting that set up in this. Tired of getting swarmed. It's a lovely day for rain. What was that called? What was that ritual called? I completely forgot to write it down. Cloud shaping? Because I am tired of rain, so I'm going to just make another one. I should just, like, get these things to be close to auto-crafting, you know? At this point, because it just seems like I'm getting more rain all the time. I probably should sleep more. If I don't want to get swarmed. And I need to turn this to shapeless. That walnut tree was bothering me. I don't know why. I think I'm getting tired. So everything is bothering me at the moment. Okay, what do I want to build this building like? That's a good question. That is a good question. Kind of thinking pole barn. I don't know why I'm thinking of a pole barn right now, but I'm kind of thinking of a pole barn. What does this look like when it's stripped? Okay. This is what I'm using. Man, I love the connective texture on that. That is such a nice texture. Giant 9-volt battery. See, the problem is I can't do giant builds because I do get burned out on those too. You know what? I got a better idea. Hear me out. What if we build this? Just a giant tower that looks like a lightning rod. But not make it out of copper, because I hate copper. I'd have to wax the entire thing. What is the closest color to this? What is the closest color to this without being absolutely hideous? Orange terracotta. We're building this out of one block type. That's all I'm doing. That's all that's in the budget. Orange terracotta. This is gonna be the ugliest thing. Okay, we could do some variation. We'll do acacia. I kind of forget about acacia. Maybe some red sand to give it some definition. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, wrong thing. Hold up. I did not mean to pull those. Okay. What is it doing? Oh, it's because I'm clicking too fast, so it's like pulling it out of the center. Dang it. I guess if I go too fast, it double stacks it. Yeah, okay. I say that and then I keep doing the same thing over and over again. Okay. So we need... I don't think we really have a space, like, definition. I was thinking pole barn, but you got me on this one. Okay, let's see. shrinking gadget. We're gonna do some like detective work. I say like that's a whole pixel. That's a whole pixel. Under. Okay. So how do we want to scale this? Do we want to say 1 pixel's like 4 blocks? But that'd be only 8 blocks. That'd be tiny. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear Lord. Let's see. Also, am I building this in a chunk? Okay. I'm building it in several chunks. Hold on. We're going to change that. We're going to just build it in this chunk. You know, if people don't watch this live stream before they watch the next episode, they're going to be like, what in the hell? Okay, we're too close to that, so I need to go... I'm going to try and build this within 1 chunk, too. I guess that should be another challenge. So that's 9, 10, 11. I'm actually going to scoot this over. Okay. Or did I scoot it over too many? So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Double door it, but that won't be centered. Hold on. I apologize. I am trying. Okay. I want it to be able to be centerable, because that irritates me when I don't have buildings that are that way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. We're just not going to count. We're going to do this. So 11. Okay, we're doing 11 by 11. 9, 10, 11. This has divulged into madness, I do believe, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to put that away, that away, that away. And we are going to go... Hold on. One more thing. Okay. Oh, goodness. Hold up. I forgot to do this. Okay, there's our tiny little doorway. Exactly. Okay. We're gonna need some more terracotta. I don't think we need any variation in color. I'm gonna use, like, only the first floor of this. Okay, you know what might be easier? Is we just type in orange terracotta. There we go. Let's toss that one away. Let's toss that away. I think I'll probably only go to like 200 with this layer. Oh, so close. Definitely. Chris, you have caused chaos. That's all I got. Okay, so that technically is 200. No, that's 200. And then we build, I'd say 1, 2, 1, 2. This tiny little head. The structure's massive. Okay, let's do left to right. Okay. And then okay, so I'm thinking, because this is now how many blocks? 15. So I would say do 15 by 15. You know, this thing is going to be ugly. But that's okay. We don't shoot for beauty on this channel. That should be it, right? 15 by 15. Then we just do left and right. And then we go down back here so I can quickly grab... Because Mega Torches don't have an EMC value, do they? They do not. So let's craft one. Exactly. Okay, let's turn off F3G. This does not look like a lightning rod at all. I think I need to shrink the center to make this look better, but that's okay. 200 blocks tall with the smallest little bulb. Okay, let's put... I think I will... Because we're 15 by 15. So I'd say the center's probably right there. Nope. Maybe right there. I think that is still wrong. Or is this just like off center as can be? Okay, we'll send it there. But that should cover the tower from getting mobs inside of it. Okay. Do I have any acacia logs? We gotta add a little bit of spice to the floor. Man, the extra sounds making this whole thing echo. Goodness gracious. Okay, I can do that. I was just wondering if I could do Ultimine or whatever and do all that fun stuff. Okay. This is our floor color. I don't know how fully I'm going to automate, what mod is that? That is, ooh, that is an ugly color. That is an ugly floor. I I don't know how I'm going to automate Draconic Evolution inside of this, but hey, we're going to try it anyway. Yeah, because this is definitely going to be used. I probably put some floors in it and stuff, so you won't miss too much on that. But yeah, appreciate you stopping by. And have a good day at work, night at work, whatever time it is for you. Probably morning, I would assume. Can't I get... Ooh, what is this? Twisted log? Okay, cool. I know there's definitely... Because, yeah, you get the chip stuff. What is the station that actually works with logs? I cannot recall. Is it this one? Nope, that's not the right block. Carpenter's Workbench is one of them. I would assume that's what I'm looking for. I actually have one. Perfect. So if I throw some stripped logs in here... That doesn't look awful. Ooh, that one kind of looks like floor planks. I think I might send this one. Definitely not the prettiest color, but we're doing orange. We're doing it all the way. But yeah, that looks better. Okay. So I guess my next question, could we do stuff like that with terracotta? Not in this station. This is the mason one, right? This is mason table. I thought I had a mason table. Yeah, right here. Okay, let me grab my axe. I want this right here, not the other one that I just made. I want a backpack version of this. So I could put it in here. And I can carry this around rather than having to have it sitting down. What is this one? It doesn't give you the full interface, but that's okay. Okay, well, let's just change that one back. Okay, I think that will do it for us today, though. I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I'll probably start adding some floors. I'm probably going to put the elevator probably at the front here. And we can just do the example here real quick. I'm kind of thinking we do something like that. And then maybe we do get some specialized block that's orange. That's like distinguishable. Maybe like this. What is this? That stands out a little too much in my opinion. So do we have anything stripped that could stand out? Or like not stripped? Okay, that just kind of looks hideous. Let's see. Maybe just do like the notched one. Or the knotted, yeah. That's not what I want. I don't think that's going to work either. Okay. And just normal terracotta would look funny here, right? Maybe we'll just get these guys to be orange. And then just call it a day. It kind of looks like yellow. Not gonna lie. I thought that was yellow. That's why I did not see it there. Okay. We'll just send it with that. But I'll add some floors in here. We may not need a whole bunch of floors. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. This has been enjoyable. Genuinely, thank you guys all for stopping by. I have enjoyed cleaning up a little around to the base. Getting this. I don't know if this may stay. This may be like something we just kind of joke around with. I'm not 100% sure. I might make another building. Because I do think this would be hard to work in. But we shall see. I'm not 100% sold on it yet. But anyway, thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.